Bum 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 bum. All right.
He was invisible.
I, I was invisible, but I am not invisible. I am visible right now. All right.
So here
So
we are.
here we are. Hold on, and I will get ready for us to do our
Let me
intro.
get my recorder joined.
Absolutely. Bum. It's that
My
time.
video's a little sluggish, but hopefully it's
Is
not a
it?
problem.
I hope not.
Here could use some combing.
Uh-huh. Hold on. Bum. Let's see. Life Writing Podcast, run of show. All right. We are ready.
Three people in the waiting room. Let's get over there. We'll get this up and going. Why can't I see the waiting room?
I'll just admit all. I've admitted them.
Oh, you're admitting. Okay, everybody's. Oh, wow. People do okay. Come on in.
People are coming in.
Good.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have a message for a couple of these people today.
All right.
Uh,
Well, you
if
may
I
know who
reach
you
out to you,
are.
keep a look on at your the chat. I might communicate with a couple of you via chat. If you keep an eye open for that, I'd appreciate it.
He's gonna give you what for? No, I'm kidding. I have no
That's
idea.
right.
I have
Why?
no idea. I'm just making that up. Okay,
Meditate 2, 3, 4. You there? You're not meditating.
so do we want? Let's do our thing. Oh wait, let's let Avalon in,
Absolutely.
and then shall we do our thing?
Absolutely.
Just in case this ends up on the air, you never know.
Well, it
Rosebud,
ends up on YouTube. On YouTube.
it's up on
Anyway, go ahead.
YouTube.
Yeah,
So
they all end up on
Rosebud,
YouTube.
Rosebud again. Rosebud. Welcome to the Life Writing Podcast, where married authors and screenwriters Stephen Barnes.
In Tananarive do talk about writing during stressful times, breaking into Hollywood, and balancing life.
Every episode will share more tips on how to build a better life while you create your dream projects.
Even if it's only at the rate of one sentence a day. Life writing is the application of the tools of writing to life, and the tools of life to your writing.
Yay! And I almost did it perfectly, except I forgot
Almost.
to share my
Come
computer
on.
sound, and now the applause is coming late. But there it is! Yay!
Yay!
I almost thought of everything. There it is. Hey, everybody. Good to
Got it.
see everybody here. Really good to see everybody here.
This is one of the last times you're ever going to see me with these glasses, and it's hopefully one of the last times in my life I'm ever going to worry about lenses at all. I'm on Monday. I'm having the other eye done, and then a couple weeks after that, I don't have to wear these UV blockers anymore. That's all these are is UV blockers, and that's both a positive and a scary thing. You know that these thresholds in life that you can't go back once you've crossed them. Man, it's not comfortable. You know, even
Yeah,
if
and
it's
I
something I'm looking
remember
forward to.
it's weird, in a beautiful way. Like I remember when we were working on Devil's Wake and Domino Falls, our YA zombie novel that got broken up into two novels. And one of the characters wore contact lenses during the zombie apocalypse, which was something I had never really seen addressed in zombie stories, like how disability becomes a factor. And, when you're wearing contacts and glasses, you typically don't think of yourself as being, or at least I don't think of myself as being disabled, but I can't see an E on an eye chart. if I don't have my glasses on. So if I were in an emergency situation where I didn't have access to my glasses or contact lenses, I would be functionally blind in many ways. So we were thinking, well, how horrifying would that be in a zombie apocalypse where one of the scavenging exercises was just so he could find some contact lenses so he wouldn't be cast out of their crew. Like they don't have any energy to carry along people who can't function as part of the group. So yeah, it blows my mind vicariously, this idea that even that deep-seated fear, oh my God, what happens if I lose my glasses? What happens if I don't have my contacts? Steve will never have to worry about that ever again. Ever.
No, I won't. But I do.
Ever.
What I do have to look at is there have been a number of events over the last year which are all connected to aging. And my sense is that my body is trying to tell me in no uncertain terms, I am not 20 anymore. And that, for instance, I used to be able to eat just about anything I wanted to and just burn it off by exercising. And it is entirely probable that that stopped being true 20 years ago, but I didn't really pay attention as much as I could have, as carefully as I could have, and just my brain did not track what was going on with me. And I've had to look directly at that now. And to the degree that I'm willing to admit that time has changed me, I can then make changes that compensate for that. And I can say, okay, well, what's going on right now? What's the best me I can be today? Which is the only thing I can ever ask, but it's not a question I ask if I keep thinking that I'm what I used to be. Um, I bring this up because there's been a lot of transition in our lives and in the lives of people around us recently. Tananarive, you want to?
Shall we break it down in a little
Yeah.
segment we call What's Going On? It's so funny. Your voice was so somber. And then I went into that upbeat music. It reminds me of Monk. We watched the TV show Monk. There's this gruesome murder that happens as
Then
the
followed
opening
by perky
segment,
music. That's right.
and followed by the Perky theme song.
That's right. Can't
But
wait for
anyway,
Randy Newman's theme song to start kicking any time now.
so yeah, we have well, first, just a short craft thing, if you don't mind. There are two things I want to talk about. One leads directly more where you were going, and one is kind of off to the side. But as I wrote in my newsletter, some of you may have seen, I followed my own advice that I give not only in life writing, but I've also given in MFA programs where I've taught, where students just naturally tend to gravitate toward wanting to write novels because that's what they're reading. I understood, but also writing short stories is such a critical way to learn craft and also to get published faster. So we always encourage people to write short stories first. So I used my own advice. I was working on my novel, Misery Swamp, novel in progress, and I had dreamed of writing a prologue that would be a standalone short story. That was a goal I set for myself, that not just so I would have another short story, but that the characters would be so sharp and it would be such an impactful episode from my book that it would warrant being a short story. So then I'm killing all kinds of birds with one stone. I'm writing a better novel. I'm thinking more carefully about character and language and the story on a micro level. I'm getting it out there years before this novel will be published. Years. Probably at least 2 years. I would imagine it wouldn't be out until, well, 2028. I would imagine would be the earliest this novel I'm working on would come out. So the short story comes out early next year, maybe, so it's not quite 2 years early. It's eligible for prizes. It's eligible for Best of the Year anthologies. It has the same title as my novel in progress, so it's helping to promote the work I'm working. I mean, there are so many things that are accomplished by doing that, and I'm just really excited about it. So I wanted to share. Those of you who are also struggling with longer projects and need to bite off a piece, That's how it works. Biting off that piece can help move you forward. And then secondly, did you want me to talk about Sinbad? Was that it?
You most certainly can.
Okay, so last night we have an Ontario improv, improv comedy club chain that we have one 15, 20 minutes away from us. So we go fairly frequently to see headlining comics. You know, we've seen Anthony Jeselnik, we've seen Dion Cole, we almost saw Wanda Sykes, but she canceled, no hard feelings. Uh, Last night we went to see Sinbad. When I saw that he was touring, I couldn't believe it. And I don't know how many of you know, or first of all, who is Sinbad? He was a fantastically popular black comic in the 90s, known for having these parties in the Caribbean and comedy fest with music as well as comedy. Just he was on A Different World as a cast member. Just very, very sharp, very, very funny, clean language comedian who had a stroke some years ago, and I understand a heart attack. So he's lucky to be here, and I mean, in every possible way, Sinbad. And the fact that he's doing stand up and actually touring with stand up in his condition, because, you know, he made no secret of the fact that after his stroke, he was paralyzed on his left side, and he is still functionally paralyzed on his left side, but yet managed to do an hour set, and I kid you not, no notes. Like I've seen other comics, including one who opened for him, like they go to the stool and they check their phone. You know, they've got their joke list. They're just checking out. Dion Cole holds his list in his hand, makes it part of his routine. You know, okay, that didn't work. But Sinbad, it was all in his head. A lot of it was improvised. Um, did he wander a bit into storyteller mode at times? And so, but maybe, but he always came back. He always came back. And I was just so impressed and inspired by his performance, by the love of the audience for him. It really felt way more intimate than going to a stand-up comedy show. It felt like going to a family gathering. And this morning, I did wake up feeling a little drained, and I didn't know why. And Steve said, "Well, you know, even though you were very inspired by Sinbad, it was also very jarring. You know, you're looking at someone who was close to death and who overcame this great issue, but still has a lot of health issues remaining, and that is also very heavy. And I hadn't really let myself engage with the heaviness because I was so busy, like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing that he's doing this, you know, and but underneath that, there is some grief, obviously, for what this man has gone through. He's only 70 years old. So for me, that's young to have had as devastating a health issue as he's had. So yeah, reflecting on gratitude, his gratitude just radiated from him. If he didn't have gratitude up to his eyeballs, there is no way he would have done the work, I imagine, speech therapy, physical therapy, all the therapies to get to the point where he could do this. And his daughter, and I have to look up her name, his daughter was one of his openers. She's also in stand up. And I loved watching her be this sort of doting, dutiful daughter. Okay, Dad, you told me to remind you when it's time for Q&A, you know, that kind of thing. Like I could see myself doing for my dad if he was up there holding court, you know. It was a really memorable experience, but deep and rich and complicated.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's
And
let me
his
look.
daughter's name is Paige Bryan.
Let me look at that because there's a bunch of stuff here. Um, I think that I felt like it was almost like a wake, in a sense, a living wake, where people were celebrating his life while he was still alive, rather than waiting until after he's
Giving
dead.
him his roses.
That's right. That's really what it felt like to me, and I think that it is critical. I remember Brendan Burchard said that all of his discipline comes from remembering that he's going to die, and the entire Stoic thing is memento mori. So remembering that in a way that actually makes every day of life more precious is not a common human thing. I've been at enough deathbeds to know that people know how to die. You know, they really do. That door opens when you get there, and you know how to do it. But what people don't do is live their lives now in the knowledge that they're going to die. They don't really live every day as if, well, if this day was my last, what would I do? Who would I care about? How? What would I? What are the things I would do? The things I would say? What if I only had a week? What if I only had a month? What if I only had a year? People don't do that, and then they get to the end of their lives and they say, "God, I thought I'd have more time. I didn't realize." So the Sufis say that enlightenment is the door of perception that opens at the moment of death, and that the seeker is simply trying to open that door before they get there. The same thing is true of the person who wants to be an ultra high performer. That it's the, get up sluggard and waste not life. There will be peace enough in the grave, that Benjamin Franklin said. So with that framework, I think very seriously, because of what happened to me last year. There's no day that I don't very seriously address this in myself. And one of the things that I ask is, well, what can I do? What do I want my legacy to be? And since I've already accomplished all the things, all my first set of goals, my next set of goals in life is that goal of transforming the world, of helping people. And to that end, since I was a kid, I studied Think and Grow Rich and the power of positive thinking and all these things, and I used them to pattern my life and to try to organize my time and energy to accomplish the things that I wanted to accomplish. And eventually, 40 years ago, I created my own system, Lifewriting, when I noticed that the hero's journey seemed to be the path of life. Then once I looked at it that way, it was like, oh, well, how can I adapt this? And everything else became resources. And to make a long story short, all the different things that I've created, the magic formula and the formal life writing system that works with the hero's journey and the chakras and, the fear process and all these different things, were attempts to empower the hero on the journey. So what do we need in order to continue to do this? And what is it that life teaches us when we are totally engaged? We watch these stories because they're stories of people who had no choice but to become heroes. The hobbits had no choice but to become heroes. What did they learn? What did they do? To the degree that those lessons nourish us, we can get a lot of wisdom out of fiction. To the degree that it is accurate about what it takes. And the very best writers have lived their lives realistically enough that they understand that, even if they choose to write parables. They're informing it with the reality that they faced in World War I, in the trenches, or whatever it was that Tolkien went through that enabled him to write a book that had that kind of depth, but on the surface was a simple story of orcs and hobbits. Out of everything that I've created, the one that stands out to me, and I can't falsify this, is that life writing 6-step process. That I can't teach people how to be great writers. I can't teach them how to get on the New York Times bestseller. Actually, getting onto the New York Times bestseller list, we could probably design a program that would do that. Becoming a novelist, and a good novelist, is probably in the control of anyone of normal capacity who is willing to be really honest and work like a maniac. Probably. But getting a first story published, which seems to be impossible for people who haven't done it, is actually fairly simple. We can actually detail how to do that. And if you then evolve the process, those instructions, you can become a Tananarive to the degree that being a Tananarive is in alignment with who you are. You can't be a Tananarive, not really, but you can be your version of that, because all Tananarive is a person who found the thing that she was willing to give herself to completely, and she gave herself to it and found the support structures and the things she needed to do, and she worked like a maniac, and she works like a maniac every day. And she does the things that she loves doing in a way that produces the results. She had teachers along the way who showed her, and she adores those teachers. They really helped her to understand things like failure just being information and feedback. A real writer papers their walls with rejection slips. If you look at the life writing 6-step process, and you write a sentence a day, write 1 to 4 short stories a month, publish, polish, and submit at least one per month, Don't rewrite except to editorial request. Read 10 times as much as you write and repeat this process 100 times. I have looked at that, and not a single person who has followed it has failed to publish. And they usually publish by about somewhere between 5 and 10 stories, but none of them have gotten past story 25 without publishing. Not a single one. People either quit or succeed. And so I asked myself the question, what is it that's in this that makes that true? And can that be applied to other arenas? And that's what is going through my mind so much right now, that it seems to be the movement from the smallest unit, the atomic unit, the sentence a day, to the smallest molecular unit, a short story a month, to stopping perfectionism. Stop rewriting it, get it out, send it out, actually let it compete, actually send it into the marketplace so you can start getting that feedback. That is the point where most people fail. Most people write but do not send it out. The next thing is to read 10 times what you write, to not rewrite except editorial request, so that you don't try to rewrite it forever. That's perfectionism, is procrastination, masquerading as quality control. The next step is read 10 times as much as you write, so you're constantly researching, constantly market researching, so you know what's selling, and you know where it's selling, and you know who's selling it, and who's helping it sell, and who's publishing it. You have to do your market research. And the last step, to repeat this process 100 times, basically means that you have to study people who have done the thing that you want to do long enough to have an estimation of how long it takes. And then if this is something that is important for you, you give yourself more time. So if I wanted to become a black belt, I may not be able to know what the path is to becoming a world-class champion, but I know what the path is to becoming a black belt, which is a developmental step by which time you will see a different horizon. How do I get to that first horizon? I know that. You go to the class 3 times a week for about 5 years. And almost everybody gets it within that time if they're going to class 3 times a week. You can decide, I'm not willing to do that. But you can't say that that path fails unless you tried it for 3 times a week and in 5 years you were still a white belt, or whatever it was. What is it? And a really important question. If people constantly complain about their lives, they're constantly complaining about the pain in their lives. They hurt. They're scared. They're under stress. They're sick because of the stress. They're broke. They're alone. Whatever it is. And you say, and they say to you, I wish I had what you have, or I wish I had what you seem to have. And they say that they admire what you've done in multiple areas of your life. And then you say to them, you can test what it is that I used to get there. And it'll take you about an hour of your time. The majority of people won't do it. Even if they will tell you, they'll spend more than 5 minutes telling you why they hurt. But they won't spend that same time experimenting with a way that might relieve their emotions, that might change their situation. I will be honest to you. I grew up believing that if there was a minefield, you looked at the people who made it all the way through the minefield and you stepped where they stepped. That is what I've done my whole life. It was always a matter of finding a Larry Niven or a Steve Muhammad or whatever, or people who had been together and happily married long enough to have grandchildren, and ask them, what did you do? Then do that and test that. It's such a natural part of my life that it did not hit me for a long time that people are afraid of change, that they identify themselves with the way they have been in the past. And if you tell them that there's a different way of being, they're both afraid of dying. The part of themselves that would have to change, it can be afraid they're going to die. It can also be massive guilt. I should have known this before. I have to believe that I'm doing the best I can do. They wouldn't let their kids say that to them, but they will say that to themselves, and they'll say that to you. I think there's also fear that they have only a certain amount of trust, and they've trusted person after person after person, or system after system after system, and it didn't work for them. And so they feel like they've run out of trust. I think that that person, if they really did what people advised and it didn't work, I have nothing but sympathy for them. That's a reality. That's a reality that people can run out of trust. They can run out of faith. They can just get to the point where they keep their heads down and just let me just deal with life as it is. This is what life is. I'm tired of believing that it might be possible for life to be something different. The only way to help those people is for someone around them who they trust and believe in and love. They see that person succeeding, and if they're close enough to that person, they will start vibrating to their frequency. They will test that person first. They will try to drag that person's frequency down to theirs. That's not for lack of love. It's not anything evil. It's just kind of the way we are as human beings. But if we can't drag them down, they will pull us up, or we will have to stop being around them, and we'll join the pity parties of people who say it's impossible to change and nothing can change and the world is this and that's why I'm the way I am. If I want to have the kind of effect on the world I want to have, this is a problem I have to solve. I have to figure out, how do I motivate people? First of all, do I actually have something where somebody can test it within an hour, 5 minutes a day for 2 weeks, and see whether or not it works for them? I can't promise that it works for everybody. Nothing works for everybody. But one thing is true. If you get a recipe and you change the recipe and you like what you got, that's to your credit. You say, I changed the recipe. I had to use raisins instead of chocolate chips. I did this, I did that. And it was good. And you can pat yourself on the back. But if you change the recipe and it doesn't, and what you did doesn't work, you have to take responsibility for that. You can't blame the recipe unless you actually tried the recipe. It's like you can't blame the experiment unless you actually try the experiment the way, Edison said, if you do this, 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 you'll make an incandescent bulb. If you do everything except the vacuum in the bulb and the filament burns out, you can't blame his process. You have to say, well, I tried doing it without evacuating the bulb. That didn't work. Let me try it his way. Or admit that you're not interested in trying it that way. That's stuff I have to deal with as well. Why do we do that? Well, part of the reason we do that is because it's impossible to do something exactly the same way somebody else did it. So sometimes people will change it even more and even deliberately. It's just what we do. And when it works out well, we share what we did with other people, and we evolve as a species. But one of the difficulties is that if you're afraid of changing, there's a chance that you might want to invalidate the suggestion for success. And the way to do that is by changing what you were advised to do. Then when you don't get the effect, you blame the process rather than saying, oh, let me do it exactly the way they said it and see. And if that doesn't work, then I can say honestly, it didn't work. Trying to look at that 6-step process and realize it works, and it works for everybody. I didn't create it. I simply asked a bunch of really successful people what they did and boiled it down. That's all I did. Is it possible to create something like that in other arenas? I don't know, but we're going to find out because it's important to me. Being able to help people in the specific way that I've been trying to would be a good use of my life, as I have this period of time left on the planet to try to do good things with. Anyway, those are the thoughts rolling around in my head today. Tonari, if you have anything to say about anything that I said, or do we move on?
I think we are good to move on. We've had some deep thoughts.
Great. And I sent notes to a couple of people in chat, and I hope that you will look at chat and see what I said there and give me an answer. Other than that, please raise your hands. If
I
you have
mean, one thing I can think of, I would be remiss not to mention in case someone here needs to hear it. We still have some space in our Make Your Own Short Film course. In fact, we have a screening of The Keeper for members of the class happening next weekend. So if you've always wanted to make a short film, or even if you're just beginning to think, huh, could I make a short film? Even if it's with your iPhone or with a crew from the local community college or your friends who know how to edit and how to shoot. Yes, Maurice, you have a question.
Oh, before we get to Maurice, I'd say go to www.hollywoodloophole.com and
Right.
for
So
our
sorry. I
Make Your
thought
Own
it might be
Short
about the
Film
class.
class.
Yes.
And
That
if
is
money is a problem, get in touch with us. We have a lot of different ways we can work things out. You know us.
true.
Okay, Maurice.
HollywoodLoophole.com.
Hello, sir. Sifu Sensei. Um, first of all, I appreciate because I haven't been online in a while, and as I put in the chat there, as you know, the original founder of the Village People died back in July, and I respect that mustache you're growing there. I don't know if that was in his tribute or anything, but one of the emails that you sent to me, and I'm going to share this because I've been going through some medical issues and technology issues, is that you had told me, Maurice, this is going to be hard, but we're going to work with you as we're going through this. And that hard part, getting over that, dealing with everything and stepping back and looking, not just, um, thoughts, ideas, and everything else, but concentrating on the magic formula and what that means, and going through that 1 to 5 phase and what you're doing, and not beating myself up or anyone
Yeah,
else
that's
trying to
that's
do
the
it.
thing that I knew was going to be your problem. Before you ever started, one thing you have to figure out when you're sitting on a goal is if you already knew how to do the goal, you'd already have it. So you don't know how to do it, and you don't currently have the capacity to do it. But the process of aiming toward the goal will teach you the things you need to do it. But one thing you have to be willing to do is fail. You have to understand that I'm going to fail as I move towards this. It's like we set up the thing this life writing 6 step process. It's set up so that you can fail 100 times and keep getting back up. Because what we calculated was that the average person succeeds between 20 and 30 stories. So I simply tripled that number and said that's how many times I'm going to try. And what happened was it worked perfectly. So I knew that you would not have an easy time forgiving yourself when you failed. Because if you had an easy time forgiving yourself, you'd already have it. That was one of the skills you need of being compassionate with yourself and saying failure is just a part of the process. What did I learn? Not why did this happen, but what can I learn? What can I learn? What can I knew that that would be your challenge. So the question was always going to be, how do I get you to be compassionate with yourself?
That's very interesting you say that because when I was studying Ishinru at Morehouse, with my sensei, retired military, he always used to say to us, because we were students, remember, as we ended the class, nothing beats a failure but a try. And of
See,
all,
I would suggest that you write that on your wall. Why? Because he taught it to you when your neurology was open after a hard workout. That made it go deeper. Anything you learn on a physical level goes deeper than this stuff you read about. So that, I think, got in there deep. Write that down, put it up there. Nothing beats a failure but a try.
and
Start understanding what motivates you, Mo, and start using it.
I've been doing that.
Good.
I have a blues event tomorrow, even though I have some issues with my back and all of that. I put together spoken word, a comedy artist, live blues music, went to businesses and got some door prizes, cocktail glasses, and sent it, stuff to musicians because I told them that I don't have an interest or ownership in the place. It's black owned business to Tuskegee Grad here in Atlanta, right near the airport, and it's an open stage. And Bobby Rush and Taj Mahal said, if you're a musician, you're not working that night, there's an open stage, don't ever turn it down. Even though some, say, well, I want this, and that, but then it's like, like one of my artists said, well, why can't you book me at the Fox? Or say, can you fill the Fox Theater? You may want to be there. So, I'm still working on that and turning it all over to them because after tomorrow night, I got to step away as I prepare for this surgery I'm getting ready to do. But the influence, and I had some technical issues with my laptop and stuff, and I so wanted to be back in the spirit.
Well,
Uh,
so let me ask you a question.
yes,
What can
sir.
we do for you? How can we support you?
Um, Send me good vibrations. I'm doing my best right now. I can't say anything else, but part of the reason I had delayed my surgery was because I didn't want to leave CJ here alone. But here's some good stuff I wanted to share with the family in the dojo. Victor will be finished his intensive integrated treatment facility resident substance abuse treatment program on October 22nd. Now, he's not coming to live here with me and CJ. They're going to, find housing for him, and he's been doing his GED. And I can't, Sifu, to be able to hug my son again. I so want to hug my son. I can't go to CJ's so desperate when I go to Dragon Con next week. I said, we can't do it, buddy. Daddy got to do this. You want this, and that. And I can't walk there. I actually have a walker and a cane right now. And I do my stretches that I remembered from martial arts, figure four stretch, things of that nature, but I'm not giving up. That's all I'm saying to everybody. And I appreciate being back in the spirit once again.
Well, let me ask you a question. First of all, welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
However long you're away, anytime you come back, that's something to celebrate. That's all you can do. And to notice, okay, life got in the way. I stopped.
Life be life.
Your life be life, and life disrupted me this much.
Uh-oh.
Hold on for a
They're out of
second.
supply. They're out of supply at the house. You gotta go, Steve.
Okay,
They're out of nunchucks. You gotta
life
get
life
nunchucks.
disrupted me this much.
Life, while you
Notice
were trying to
that.
talk.
That's right. That's exactly right. So I deal with that and come back. It's would be just as possible for me to you've known people something like that would happen and they would go into a rage.
Mm.
Okay, I should have done this. I should have done that. No, it's like okay, let me take care of this. Now I'm back. Notice how long it took. Your task is not to fall down. Your task is to notice why you fell down, how long it took you to get back up, and what resources, what did you say to yourself, what did you do, how did you distract yourself, and then what might you do next time to reduce the amount of time that you spend on your back. If you look at that as data without emotion, and you remember that your commitment is to being able to hug your sons and love your sons, you'll begin to see that there's less time between the time you fall and the time you get back. And
Let me
that's what
tell
you're
you
doing. Just
something.
reduce the time. Go ahead.
Yeah, one of the things is this is the third time I had a hard fall. The day before yesterday, getting up, working on the computer, and I've been on the computer for so long that I didn't realize because of what I'm going through medically. And I got up and immediately, I mean, within milliseconds, getting up, I collapsed. But in that millisecond, I remembered that don't hold out your arm and roll with your shoulder. Go to the roll with the shoulder. If you hold out your arm and fall hard, you're probably going to do a lot more injury. So when you say to us, what do you do when you fall? That was very interesting to me because it just fell a day and a half ago.
So tell me, we relate everything to what you're doing in the first 5 minutes of your day.
Hmm.
Tell me about the first 5 minutes of your day on the average day since the last time I saw you.
Um, First 5 minutes of the day, I doom scroll, I look at the news, then I play my meditation music, and then I pray. And I know that the doom scrolling and the current event, because I'm trying to get freelance stuff, as I shared. We had the article in the Guardian a couple of months ago. Um, that I'm trying to still be on the wire, with news and stuff, see what I could sell freelancing wise, but
Okay, so
that's not always the case.
here's what I'd say, and you already know this to a degree, that there's nothing wrong with hooking into the world, but never do it first.
Mm.
The first hook into your own soul, into your own being. Who are you? Otherwise, if you don't do that, you'll look at the news and the world will tell you who you are. And the world will not tell you who you are in a way that benefits you unless you have
James
first
Baldwin
defined
says,
yourself.
"You don't tell life, life tells you."
Yeah, unless you do tell you. Unless you do tell you. James Baldwin was a fantastic writer, but the question of whether or not you can guide your life by his philosophies depends on whether or
Oh.
not you like the results he got. Okay?
Hmm.
So it's critical that when your first 5 minutes don't belong to you, you don't belong to you. And so I'd have to ask yourself, who owns your life, Mo? Who owns your life? And I'm asking you that right now.
Um, the Lord owns my life. But ultimately, if I don't go back to that spiritual level, then allow my creditors to own my life and
Okay,
get frustrated with
so
that.
here's the whole thing. You went directly from the Lord to your creditors. Where are you? Did you,
I'm
you don't stop at who you are. What I'm trying to
I
get you to do is to be the author of your own life. Because otherwise, if the Lord owns your life and you don't like your life, you're going to blame the Lord?
oh, no, no, no,
So
never.
who's responsible?
I'm responsible
Thank
ultimately.
you. Thank you.
As long as it can remain, what did the pastor say? You're going to be uh, south of heaven and north of hell.
So the Lord
Somewhere.
handed you the keys.
Hmm.
Are you going to drive?
Yes, and sometimes people say Jesus took the wheel, but sometimes Jesus will say, "Why do I have to take the wheel?
No,
Don't put that
it's
on me."
it's in this world. If your hands aren't on the wheel, nobody's driving. Gravity takes over.
That's right.
Okay?
Mm.
So remember that you ask yourself, do you have will for a reason? Do you have volition for a reason? If you do a bad thing and get bad results, who's responsible? If you do a good thing and get good results, who's responsible? That ultimately nobody is coming to rescue you or your sons, but you have the ability to do it. I think that the people who have best served the Lord are the people who took responsibility for their own actions and strove to act in life with virtue, with honor, with patience, with love, with the Christian values, let's say, that they admire. But ultimately, if you if you give the power to God and you don't then say, and God made me, therefore I have the capacity to navigate my life with integrity, let me use what God gave me. Then that is trusting the Lord. It's trusting the Lord gave you what you need to get what you need in life. But it's up to you to turn the keys and keep your hands on the wheel. If you trust the Lord, take your hands off the wheel on the freeway and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, did the Lord give you common sense or not?
Yes, he did.
There you
And
go. There you
then
go.
what are you doing? Oh, see the old Arab thing. Trust in Allah, but tie up your camel.
That's exactly right. Trust but verify. You know, God helps those who help themselves.
Mhm. Wow.
Between heaven and hell is the human being who's walking the path. That's you. Your sons are watching you. If you abdicate responsibility, then you are teaching them to do the same. What do you want to teach them, Mo?
I want to teach them that to follow their dream, to be not just have a job, but have a vision and a career
To
that you
do
want.
that, who has to be in control of their lives?
They ultimately have to be in control because of the autism aspect of like with CJ. I'm trying to get him in a college in January, and there's some scholarship and grants that he's available for. But I told him he needs to be, he's going to do the esports certification program, and then, but he wants to major in um, multimedia arts and voice acting, which is part of the electives.
Okay, I
And
need
I
you to.
said,
I
well,
need.
son,
Okay,
I told him,
you're wandering, Mo.
well,
I
no,
asked you.
I told
I asked you a simple
CJ,
question, and you gave me the context. Now that's okay, but that's the exact same thing you do to yourself. When you need to
yeah,
make a simple
I do.
decision, instead of the simple decision, you're looking at the thousands of branching paths that led there. So I'm going to ask you again. In order for him to accomplish what you're saying, who needs to be in control of their lives?
CJ needs to be in control of his life because I
That's
can't
right.
do it anymore.
That's right. So, in order to teach CJ how to be in control of his life, who needs to be in control of your life?
Me.
Thank you. That's the answer. And all the time we spent getting here is the stuff that you have to work through. So, in the morning, that first 5 minutes, part of what you have to do is to reconnect with the person who can do the thing that will get you to the goal. You're driving, not the Lord. The Lord gave you the car, the Lord gave you your eyesight, the Lord gave you your good sense, but you have to drive. Does that make sense?
It makes sense,
Does that conflict with any of your religious or spiritual beliefs?
Oh, absolutely not. Even a blues song. She called to Katie and left me a mule to ride. The mule was the hand cart.
Fantastic. So, back to the thing. How long has it been since you took control of the smallest unit of your life? 5 minutes.
Last week,
So tell
and
me about it.
it was going
What
to a
did you do in
doctor.
the first 5 minutes?
Oh, you talk about with the magic formula in the morning.
Yes, I said 5 minutes of your life. You know what I'm asking you because
Okay,
you're here.
I missed
I
that.
can help you with what is here. If you test what I'm saying, you're trying my recipe. If you change my recipe, you cannot say you tried it.
I will tell you
So when was
truthfully,
the last time you did you did those 5 minutes?
about a month ago,
Okay, tell me about it.
absolutely a month ago. Um, I um, I meditated, motivation.
No, no,
Uh,
no. Okay, Mo, and we've gone through this many times. You need to listen to the fact that there's a part of you that changes the recipe. Your tendency is to change the recipe and try something that kind of sounds like waffles, but
mhm.
it wasn't those delicious waffles, so the recipe doesn't work. No, it's you wake up in the morning and you breathe and give thanks for life. You find your heartbeat and you think about the people that you love and who love you and give gratitude for that. You find the light in your eyes and you project it out to the person you want to be in a year and you see the path between yourself and that. Then you ask yourself, what three things do I need to do today to walk that path? And you write them down. And then you do one sun salutation or you get up and down from the ground twice. Those are the steps. So we've had this conversation before, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
So when you look at your sons and you give them directions, they change the directions, try it, and then say it didn't work. Have you seen them do
Um,
that?
I have been actually doing that with CJ lately, and it's kind of fascinating. to me, and to just talk to you now, realizing just some of his actions and stuff. Like even when I got my old laptop working for him, and he's staying up late at night, I'm just gonna unplug the modem,
No,
and
what
he's
you're
gonna
going to
be
do, you can do that, yes. But we're talking about you. That
for
you are
me.
teach yes, you are teaching them with your behaviors what it is that their dad does. To the degree that you do things and they are successful and you are happy, they will try the same thing. To the degree that you're not happy or not successful, they will reject what you're saying. If but the natural tendency of the baby duckling is to follow the grown duck. That's the natural tendency. We have to kind of fight against that. And when they're teenagers, they will challenge what you're doing. But you cannot control them. All you can control is you, and you're not controlling you. So that
And you're
means
absolutely correct.
you have no
For a
control.
month, for it's been at least 3 weeks that
And
I've
even then,
decided
you
I'm
didn't
not
do
going
what
to
it
do
was
more.
that you didn't actually follow the process.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so it might be reasonable to say that you, once again, you came to me. So I'm telling you what it is that I need you to do. It's those 5 steps. Breathe and give thanks. Find your heartbeat and give thanks for health, give thanks for love, give thanks for hope in your future. You see where you want to go. What 3 things can you do today that would be moving in that direction? Write them down. Connect to your body. 5 minutes and you're done. That's the
I haven't
challenge.
done that. It's
And
been a
and the thing is that we've
significant
talked about this
challenge.
a lot of times, so you have to ask yourself the question, why didn't you let yourself hear? And we'll have this conversation again. And you'll no. What I'm saying is you will find that you are committed right now to doing it the way I said, but when we talk again, you will find that you change some of the directions. Because until you're ready to change, you will not address the things that would actually cause change. You will
Mhm.
do things that kind of sound like it and then reject it. It's very interesting, and this is not you, Mo. This is what I'm seeing about people, and I'm trying to connect it with what I did. If if the teacher said attend class 3 times a week for 5 years to get a black belt, I didn't do that, and then I blamed the system.
Oh,
I was not honest. So the 3 gates will save you. If you can tell the truth and keep your word to yourself, you can accomplish anything that can be done. So just tell the truth. You don't have to get it right. You have to say, "Huh, I got it wrong. Why did that happen?" You have to tell the truth and keep your word to yourself so that eventually you might say, "I cannot promise that I'll do all 5 minutes, but I can do 1 minute. I cannot promise I can do 5 minutes, but I can wake up. Where am I? Oh, I need. Who am I? I'm committed to my sons. What I need to do that? Breathe. Okay, now I'll breathe and give thanks for life. However long it takes you to get to that first minute, that's okay. If you can do that before you get out of bed, you have fulfilled that first step. You don't have a zero. You have at least a one. Okay? So that's what I'm trying to help you with.
and you are helping me.
Good.
I was
Good.
just while you were saying this, I can't remember the name of the movie with Bruce Willis in it,
What
where he
happens?
was the mortuary, he was the mortician.
Oh,
Um,
death becomes her.
oh, Death Becomes Her. And there's a line in the movie that he says, "Do you know what they call a person who tells the truth constantly? A fool." And so it's, I guess, it's the balance of
No.
that particular line.
Well, to the degree that that movie is an accurate reflection of life, then you see that the mess that Bruce Willis ended up in at the end of the movie is because he had that attitude.
Mm,
You see? When somebody says something like that, first of all, say it as a person in real life say that. And if a person in real life said that, what are the results? Look at their physical health, their relationships, and their career all at the same time. If
mm,
if a person who is physically healthy in a loving, healthy relationship and seems to love themselves and is also financially successful says that you're a fool to tell the truth, and you say, I'd like to get their results, then try their recipe. But if they've blown out one of those arenas, be very careful. Okay?
When I worked for Outcast, there was a person I worked with, and when they blew up at the AT Elliott store and the first portion of the equipment I tore, there was a person I worked with, I will not mention the person's name, who went further. I told the truth, my records were accurate. However, one of the members of the group, um, because they found out he had scammed the group, but they, when I did the truth and everything else, they were scared of me. And one thing I found out, this has nothing to do, I love everybody. I love all my people, not race or anything with that. But like even with the blues musicians I know who are Grammy Award winners and everything else like that, the vast majority of them have white management, period. You can, and whatever the excuse and everything, I mean, legends who have that. They don't work with black upper management,
Well,
period.
my response to that would be that unless everything that you want you can get without ever dealing with white people. In other words, if there's a vertical integration of, black artists and black management and black recording companies and black distributors and black stations and a black audience, that you could stay within that silo and get everything you want, you better have, if some part of what you want is outside that silo, it's a good idea to have somebody on your team who can talk to those people. If you have to go to a white bank, a white, this, white that, you have to have somebody who can talk to those people. And so it's not unreasonable, even just on strict logic. Now, are there also other elements? That's a different discussion. But I
Yes.
think let's move on. And thank you very much,
Thank
Mo.
you so
And thanks
much for
for
giving me
sharing with
this
us.
time, and I hope I didn't insult anybody. I love you all.
There you go.
So
It's,
there you go.
you take
Bye
care, Mo.
bye.
All right. So, Tananarive, you want to choose somebody to talk to? Or do you have any comments?
Well, if anybody would like to talk, it would be great if you raise your hand. I see a name I don't know that I've seen before. If you're new and you just want to say hello, you should absolutely do that or ask us a
Or you
question.
can volunteer somebody, honey.
Uh, Kayla, what's up with you?
Who?
Kayla. Has Kayla been on before? I don't know.
Hello.
Have you been on before?
Yes, I have before been on it.
Okay, well, welcome back.
Thank you.
Not to put you on the
Um,
spot, but that's exactly what I did.
you
So,
did.
what's up, Kayla? How can we help you today?
I don't, I'm just here to hang out.
Are you a
Okay.
writer?
Yes.
What are you working on? If you don't mind talking about it, just out of curiosity.
Okay. Don't don't judge.
I'm not judging.
But I'm working on my a novel that I've been working on for a while, and I'm working on the second draft of it.
Okay, so you said don't judge because it's a novel and not a short story.
Yes.
I'm still going to tell you to break off a piece of that novel and sell it because you can have a short story out in the world for so long before a novel gets published. And I don't believe that writers should be unpublished. I just believe people need to be published.
I gotta step into this one.
Uh-oh.
When I was in college,
Oh no.
there were a bunch of us that wanted to be writers.
That isn't Kayla.
One of them's name was Jane.
Shayla,
Jane had a story that she
you are
wanted to
not
work on.
Jane, Kayla.
And I would ask her from time to time about the story. And what she would say is, it's getting longer. Okay, it's turning into a novelette. It's turning into a novella. It's turning into a novel. This is over weeks and months. Finally, it's like, are you finished with the novel? So, well, I think I've got a bigger story than that. I think it's a trilogy. Now, this is like a couple of years down the road now. She left college 10 years later or something like that. I was traveling on the East Coast near where she and her husband were living. So my wife at the time and I stopped in to see them. I asked her how the trilogy was. And she said, "Well, I got tired of that, and I got this new idea that I started working on. It's just a new short story, but it's getting a little long, and I think it's a novel." And I never asked her about her writing again, and I just found out that she died. That she, in other words, I never saw anything published by her. I believe that she lied to herself about being caught in a cycle like that until she ran out of life because she was afraid to actually find out if her ideas were any good. Afraid to actually send it out. So, it is entirely possible to write a novel and publish it and be successful. What we suggest is the safety net approach that we know works. Not that your way doesn't work, not that it doesn't work to go directly to a novel, but we really, really like people to have safety. If you do this, it's guaranteed. If you insist on writing a novel without testing yourself along the way, God bless you, and what can we do to support you?
Have you
But
published short stories before, just out of curiosity?
I haven't. I have written short stories. I was an English major in undergrad, and so I've written,
so
you know,
did you send them for publication?
no. And
Okay.
I
So
I'm
that's where
not
you broke
looking.
down.
Yeah, but I'm not necessarily looking for traditional publishing. I'd rather go self-publish. And I
Let
have
me
a
ask you a
friend.
question,
Hmm.
and I have to ask this. Why?
Well, well, a lot of reasons. Because I get more creative control, and I get a larger share of the, profits.
Now, do you
And
have
That's true.
do you want to run a publishing business? Because now you're not a writer, you're a publisher who also who is also a writer. That's one of your hats. The other hat will be marketing. Another hat will
yeah,
be running the office. Now, if you feel comfortable with those roles, that's a perfectly valid thing to do. But I have to tell you, and I mean this honestly, are you sure that's not fear of rejection? Because if you
oh
don't
no.
send it in, you never have to risk that rejection. Whereas if you do it yourself, you can hallucinate how good you are and never know.
Mhm. I don't
So,
think that's it. I have a friend, I have a close friend, and I've always wanted to be a writer. But I have a close friend who went the self-publishing route, and she's done excellent. And she actually has been doing it for like 5 years now, and she's been doing so well that she attracted an agent and got traditional publishing deals that way. So I'm not looking to traditionally publish, but I have seen her do it, and it has inspired me to like
you know,
finally go for it.
that's
You can
kind of
do.
valid. I
I
mean,
like it.
if you have a specific role model who has accomplished something and you said, I would not mind
Hmm.
following that track, it definitely increases the sanity of your path. It's like, okay, I've seen somebody do
Hmm.
it and it worked out. Okay.
Yes.
All we're doing is encouraging you to do the thing that we know works. If you do something else, we can wish you
Hmm.
well and we can help you develop your skills. But I would, if you've always dreamed of being a writer,
Hmm.
I'm going to guess that you read books and magazines and you dreamed of being in them. You dreamed of being somebody like that, of having your stories in front of people the same way you read them. I'm going to guess that,
Yeah.
and I would ask, even if you've decided now to be self-published, what stopped you from sending the stories off until this point? Why weren't if being a writer is what you wanted, what stopped you? And I think that you need
Well,
to look
okay.
at that.
Yeah.
Even if you
Yeah.
decide to be self-published, even if you decide to run a publishing business,
Mhm.
I encourage you to ask what stopped you from sending off your stories before now.
We just want
Mhm.
to make sure there's nothing you're overlooking in your system.
And it's
Yeah.
almost always going to be
Right.
fear, and that's okay. It's okay to be afraid.
Yeah.
It's not looking at the fear that's the problem, not the fear.
Mhm.
Fear is not a problem. Being afraid of your fear is. So
Mhm.
these are not necessarily conversations that you're going to have publicly with us here, but you need to answer them for yourself and write
Mm-hmm.
down your answers. This is between you and you, because
Okay.
what we want is for you to be successful doing the things that you want to do. But there are a
Mm-hmm.
lot
And
of ways to do it. Go ahead, T.
by the way, congratulations on finishing the first draft of your novel and digging
Thank
into the
you.
second draft. Are you have you found beta readers, people who can give you feedback?
Yeah, so I am in an online writing group that writes in the same genre. So we're kind of
What's
going
the
chapter.
genre?
I'm sorry?
What's the genre?
Horror.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
Well, Southern
Perfect.
Gothic horror. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we have a writing group for people trying to publish.
Yeah, we do for people who have
The
gotten our
Life
courses.
Writing Professional meets a couple times a month, and it's only for people who want to publish. We don't cover
Novels.
we don't cover no we don't cover self-publication, but the
Mm-hmm.
rules about how to be a writer are the same. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to self-publish, then the biggest thing I can say to you is become an expert on marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Do not just do what your friend did.
Mm-hmm.
Follow somebody who is specifically an expert on marketing and see how what your friend did applied their principles.
Mm-hmm.
Go
Mm.
directly to some source. For instance, and this is just very, very briefly, there's a guy named Dan Kennedy who is the king of direct response marketing. And he says that in order to have a business, you need three things. You need a unique selling proposition. There needs to be something about your product or service that you can say, nobody's like me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
either I'm better than everybody else or I'm cheaper than everybody else. And those are, or I'm unique in some way. The second thing is your avatar. Who is the perfect audience? You have to be able to figure out who your audience is and where they gather, or who
Mm-hmm.
your audience is, and be able to visualize that audience. And the third thing is the media. How are you going to reach that audience once you've identified them?
Mm-hmm.
So get as be the best in the world at creating Kayla stories. Figure out who is the market for Kayla stories.
Mm-hmm.
Where do they gather, and how can you communicate with them so you can tell them Kayla stories are here? Because if you can do all three of those things, you win.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're willing to handle all of that, you can win. And Tanano and I have both known writers who did that, and we have created products and services that we have sold directly rather than going the traditional route. So
Mm-hmm.
it's absolutely doable.
Yeah, we're
But if
not.
that's what you want to do, you have to be an expert at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And if you're willing to become an expert on marketing and sales, then there's nothing that will stop you. Because you don't
Yeah.
even have, if you're an expert in marketing and sales, you don't even need to be a good writer. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously.
That's true.
Now, what we want is for you to be a good writer, but also an
Absolutely.
expert in marketing and sales. Then Bob's your uncle. The sky is wide open. Is that what you're willing to do?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
already a consultant, so I already have like my own business, so it would be just like an additional business.
I love
Okay.
it. I
So
love
Yeah.
it.
how do you market your business?
In person, a lot of networking,
You're
which I
going.
know it's not the same for a book, but
That's right,
but what
because
I'm saying
I
is I'm used
assume
to
that
having to
marketing is
put myself out
marketing is
there.
what you're marketing is a service that where you how many customers do you need in order to run your business?
You clients, well, it depends on the size of the contract.
No,
So
no, 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 no. In order for you to pay your rent, how many customers do you need to have?
it's going to depend on the size of the contract.
Oh,
So
there's
maybe
there's going to be a range.
yeah,
There's going to be a
so
minimum range and what you charge. If you've been paying your bills, how many customers do you need? You know the answer to this.
maybe two mid-size contracts.
Okay, so the marketing approach that because you're going to need 2,000 of the
Mm-hmm.
other people. So you're going to need to know you know, how to convince 2,000 people instead of two
Mm-hmm.
people. You're not going to be able to stand in front of although
Right.
a tour where you are lecturing and offering your
Mm-hmm.
books has been something that lots of people have used to kickstart
Mm-hmm.
their careers. So it's okay, I'm really good if I get in front of people. How do I get
Mhm.
in front of the thousands of people I need to have 2,000 raving fans or
Mhm.
3,000 raving fans? I can, articles, newspapers, magazines, radio, internet, YouTube. What am I going to use to do that? Decide on someone who
Mhm.
you're going to follow about how to market
Okay.
and become an expert. Get so good at it you could teach marketing.
Mhm.
Do it
I
in your
like Rachel
sleep.
Rogers. She's interesting. If you've never heard of her, she's a black woman who was a lawyer and decided to start her own marketing firm, Rachel Rogers. And I believe
She
it's
wrote a book
part
called We Should
of,
All Be Millionaires.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of the book, but I didn't know the
Yeah.
author.
So what you want to do is find people like that who communicate with you, who can teach you how to sell and market. It is a science. And it is also a matter of emotional control. Believing
Mhm.
in yourself enough to say to someone, your money belongs in my pocket, and this is why.
Mhm.
When you can do that, you can win.
I
Okay?
think I can do that.
Great. Then we wish
All
you nothing.
right.
Is there anything we can do for you today?
No, I'm just here to hang out.
I know
Sounds
there
good.
was some advice in there you weren't even asking for, but we're just going to share it anyway.
Well,
That's
I'm
right.
definitely
So
gonna check
thank
out that
you.
book. Yeah.
Yeah, we should
Yes.
all be millionaires. All
Thank
right.
you.
Let's see. Who's next? Next victim. Somebody raise your hands. Volunteer or you will be voluntold. And I'm going to call Ms. Floyd. And Joelle Floyd. Unmute yourself.
Okay, I had to find that. Sorry. Um, well, what can I say? I appreciated what you shared with Kayla. That was very helpful. Um,
What's your next step in life? Where do you want to be in a year?
oh, I have to confess, I'm I just earned my PhD, and so I'm in this place. Thank you. Um,
In what?
well, I'm a psychotherapist, and so
Okay.
I went back and got a PhD in research
Okay.
psychology. I wasn't going to take another boards again. I'm just going to be honest. I'm 66,
Okay.
so and I'm a grandmother. So but I did it in 4 years, and I have an MFA in creative writing, and I was able to use my MFA, the skills I developed in my MFA thesis to help me write my dissertation. I did autoethnography, and so I had vignettes, and then I had scholarly exploration and ex- exploration and analysis. But I found that my scholarly writing actually improved my fiction writing skills. Scholarly writing is APA, you just say it without all that other stuff.
So let me
So,
go. Let me circle back around to the question. Where do you want to be in a year? Is in a year, do you want to have established your fiction writing career more?
well, that's interesting because I had, like Kayla, I my MFA thesis was a collection of 9 short stories, and it
Okay.
was published by a small publisher when I came out in
It's okay.
2006. Um, and then and 4 of those short stories out of the 8 came from novels. So everything you're saying here makes complete sense. Um, I then came out, and when I was teaching a class on fiction writing, I then was writing along with my students, and I actually wrote a novel using the method that I was teaching of how to write a novel. And then I published a next novel, and then
So wait a minute. Wait. So you wrote a novel and you published it?
I self-published. I
Okay.
self-published it.
Okay.
And then then I went back and self-published 2 novels I had written before getting my MFA. And then I went back to work.
Okay.
I
So I
was
need to ask you the same question. Where do you want to be in a year? And I want you to notice something. You said that you were a psychotherapist,
yeah,
right? If
oh,
you asked a client a direct question and they wandered all around, you'd know that you were looking at their mental process of
okay.
avoiding direct connection with what they need to do to leverage themselves. So
You know,
what do
I'm
you
gonna
want
be,
to be in a year?
I don't really know where I want to be. I can
Thank
tell
you.
you, I
That's
can
a
tell
great
you,
answer.
but I can tell you what I can tell you what's been helpful about this.
Okay.
It got me writing again with my fiction.
Okay.
I would,
So allow me to offer you a goal. In
mhm.
1 year, you will know exactly what you want to do with your writing.
Well, I'm writing. You've already got me
No, no,
writing.
no. That's not the same as having a goal. To say, I will publish a novel traditionally within a year, I will finish
Oh,
this many stories and publish them. I would suggest traditionally because there's no lower standard for self-publication. There's none. Some of the best books in the world have been self-published. There's no question. But
yeah,
there's no
yeah,
lower
yeah.
standard. You're not having to risk rejection in a specific way that we
Mhm,
believe is very useful. That developing that mental muscle is
mhm,
very, very useful. So I want
yeah.
you to visualize where you want to be in a year and tell me what that is.
Well, I mean, you're not asking anything ridiculous. I discovered a novel that I had written. I started back in 2018. I'm now writing back on it. I'm journaling. I'm writing each day. I got back into my writing. I'm enjoying the novel.
So where do you want to
Um,
be in a year? And notice that you just wandered again. This is critical.
well,
It's
yeah,
critical.
I'd like to have it finished.
Thank you. You fit within, in a year, you'd like to have this novel finished. Is
I
that
can pro
accurate?
Yeah, and I think I can do it
Of
probably
course you can.
sooner.
Of course you can. Absolutely. You could finish it in 6 months if you had to. You got a dog or a
Mhm.
cat? No?
No. I have a
Brother or sister?
grandson. I have
You
a
have a
grandson.
grandson? Okay, if your grandson, somebody was going to break your grandson's legs if you didn't finish that book in a year, or in 6 months, you'd finish it, wouldn't you?
Well, I wrote my dissertation in the year.
So,
I did my
so,
research and my
so it's
dissertation in the year,
critical
so
to
I can do
understand
it.
that you can, but you might choose not to. You can do
Mhm.
it. So if you looked at what's necessary for you to finish this in a year, what's necessary? How far from finished are you?
Mhm. I think I'm almost midway.
Okay.
I just had to take
So
my
so
outline.
if you wrote a page a day, if you wrote half a page a day, you'd be finished in a year, wouldn't you?
Oh, I write more than a page.
No,
I
I
write
didn't
more
ask you
than
that.
yeah, yeah.
If you wrote half a
I
page a
would
day,
be.
yes,
Yeah,
you would.
yeah.
So it's entirely possible. But if you made that commitment, I would suggest a goal of finishing the book and submitting it for professional publication. That if you really wanted to get yourself ready for that, you
Mhm.
would start writing short stories at the same time. Because if writing a half page a day would get you more than finished in a year, and you can write a lot more than that, then you've got extra writing time. There's no reason you can't be working on the book and on short stories. Nothing
Oh,
will.
you're right.
Yeah. So, to the degree, if you would accept our mentorship, if you would like us to coach you, then you would make a commitment to writing a story a month, even if it's a one-page story. We don't care. A story a month for a year minimum. In other words, a sentence a day, 1 to 4 short stories a month, finish one story and submit it for publication. If you would do that, you would have to become the woman that you really wanted to be, because that woman can have your dreams and she lives within you. If your commitment is every day I'm going to make touch with the part of me that can do this, and ask, what do I need to do to be more like you just 1% today?
Well, I can tell you the difficulty.
Please.
Everything you're saying, I'm totally with.
So what's the
It's
difficulty?
the minute you start talking about submission, I'm like, do I really want to do this?
Yes. So it's the fear of submission that stops you. That's
Well, is
look,
it is
if it's not, then do it once. And if you don't ever want to do it again, that's fine. But until you force yourself to do it, all the excuses about it will own you.
and
So
see, I
what's the
have
worst that could happen if you follow this piece of advice?
And so you have a good point because I've actually submitted short stories, and my short stories, it just hit me. I've had a few short stories, not in big publications, but I've
That
actually had
nobody's
them.
asking you for that.
Yeah.
What we want is for somebody to
That's
give you money.
great. Yeah, so it sounds
We want for someone to
Oh,
give you money
so
because money,
you went right to the jugular.
that's right, because money is the currency in the adult world. Nothing else. That's all it is. It's your time, energy, and focus. And you're asking someone to exchange their time, energy, and focus for yours. When one adult does that with another adult, that's called a trade. So you want to be so good that other people trade their time, energy, and money for yours.
I have to just kind of put this out there so you can help me with it.
Please.
About a month ago, my oldest daughter, no, my middle daughter, who's 34, she's a teacher, special ed teacher. She went out for the day on a Saturday. It's a Friday or Saturday, just to relax. And she texted all of the family text, all of us back with a picture of my first novel that I self-published in Barnes and Noble. And my heart was warmed because I have a friend who was traditionally published, and her kids, because of other things, don't want to have anything to do with the book. The book is great, but it's family things. And so that my daughter saw it and made a picture and sent it back to all of us. I was like, oh, she recognizes me, and that made me feel good. So everything I say that to say everything you're saying makes sense, and I'm actually glad you brought the money thing in. Thank you.
Well, like I said, the six-step process has to be followed in order, and no one who's followed it has failed. So the point of breakdown is usually not submitting, and the usual reason, when it comes down to it, is fear of rejection. Is fear that my dreams will be dashed because somebody will tell me that I suck, that they will reject me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I can't even use that as an excuse.
So what if you
I'm
don't
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
okay, tell me.
It's the whole idea of, I mean, I'm comfortable and accustomed to making money as a psychotherapist. But the whole idea of making money as a writer, oh, that means I've got to rethink how I see myself, identity.
And so what is
see, it
your
takes a
identity?
therapist to come up with an insight like that. I like that.
What is your identity such that it does not include being rewarded for your efforts?
Very good question. Give me a second. Well, I think it's similar to when I mean, I had to work at becoming comfortable as a therapist making money. What I mean by that is I was a stay-at-home mom until I was in 2015. I went back to work and I started and then because of some things where I went to work and the psychiatrist left, I was encouraged to go out and get my own practice. And I did it and I started making money and I made enough money to send myself back to school to earn a PhD. But that was a process of seeing myself go from being a wife and mother to my husband to
So let's go back to the original question.
so now I
What
got to
is
do it again. Now
what
you're
is
asking me to
no
do
no
it
no no no
again.
no. That's not what I'm asking you. I asked you what is your identity such that you are not able to be rewarded for your efforts. What is that identity?
She what?
All I can say is I've just never, academics, it's like, okay, you do the work, you get the grade. You put a book out there, it's subjective. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So I've never imagined that I could have something to say that people will really be willing to pay for it and enjoy
Okay,
it.
so let me ask you a question. Do you know anything that you would have paid to learn 20 years ago? Have you spent the
Yeah,
last 20 years of your life learning things such that
yeah.
the younger woman you were would pay for it? Then that younger woman is your avatar. She is your perfect customer. If you could send a message in a bottle back to your younger self, would she have been delighted to hear the truth you had to speak?
I can say yes, and I can tell you why. I went back and reread my short stories, reread my novels, forgot I had written these things and was laughing. And I thought about what Toni Morrison said. Sometimes to read the stories that you want, you have to write them.
Tananari,
And
if you need to jump in here, I think I have said 80% of what is useful for me to say, but I think that you have some real wisdom to add.
No, that's absolutely true. I love your quoting Toni Morrison. And it sounds a little bit like maybe separate from how difficult it was to ask for payment with therapy, which I totally understand. I struggled with that with writing coaching. I struggled, I've struggled with that with selling writing products, even though I know they're probably worth far more than we're even asking. But it's hard when I care about it so much to charge. But I think beyond that, the writing may just feel so personal also that there might be a small part of you that feels like selling your writing would make you a sellout or,
it's like my paintings. I don't sell my paintings.
ah,
I don't sell my paintings. But writing, I
I
can,
mean, yeah, I think I won't even try to get you to sell your paintings, but as a writer, I can't help but
yeah.
to echo what Steve said. Even if you don't think that submission in life is what you're about, that you're an artist who is about self-expression and that's enough for you, test that. Test
Well,
that
well,
with
you
some
both,
submission.
both of you. I mean, I'm gonna say both of you just convinced me to do it. I now
Okay.
feel the energy to just submit it. It's not like, I mean, I'm not worried about rejection. I think your method works. It'll be interesting if it works for me. I'm sure it works, but it's really about following it through. It's just really that's you now piqued my interest enough to want to write to to write a short story and just put it out there and just see what happens.
Yeah, great. I'm so glad that you're convinced. I'll just leave it with one last thought in terms of you not being alone with this step and what a difficult
Oh,
step it can be. When I was teaching in the MFA program at Antioch University, I came across a very, very promising student, probably the best writer of, the past couple years I'd work with. And of course, you always wait and hope that those writers will follow through and they'll find a path to publication. He ended up going into stand-up comedy instead. He ended up doing some YouTubing instead. And very recently, we invited him back to our Life Writing Professional Workshop where he workshopped a story. Still a very good writer. And I called him and I was like, why are you not submitting? And he said he thought he needed to have a social media following of like more than 100,000 people before he should start submitting. So his plan included becoming so well known in those other fields that he would have 100,000 people and then he would be ready to submit. And I'm like, wow, that is a huge, huge thing to put in front of your submission process. And now you have that 100,000 and you still weren't submitting, by the way. I brought it up. And secondly, are they readers? Are they readers or are they comedy fans? Those are not even necessarily the 100,000 people you need.
that's a
So
good
that
point.
idea, like that obstacle that he put in front of himself was just so outsized. And I think all of us just need to question ourselves when we're not submitting. Like what's that happened to me? I was midway between through writing My Soul to Keep. I was writing every day. I was getting up early before work. I was doing all the things I thought I should be doing. But at the same time, I was having panic attacks. I was seeking therapy because there was something wrong. And part of what was wrong was
Mhm.
that I knew I had the Between, my first novel, sitting in a desk drawer because I had only sent it two places and then said, well, I guess I'm not ready and started working on the next book. And the joke was on me because as soon as I submitted the Between, to an agent. She loved it, a local agent. She sold it 2 weeks later. So all
Yeah,
that time, I
let's
could have sold that first novel, but I was
listen.
waiting for what I don't know.
You and the previous lady sound like you would be appropriate for Life Writing Professional. If you have gotten any of our writing products, you have earned yourself a lifetime membership. It doesn't cost anything if you've bought any of our products. We just want people on the same page when we begin to discuss. So go to lifewrite.com, which is our social media site. It's free. and just say that you'd like to discuss your writing, and you'll find a lot of support. But if you'd like to interact with us where we're being more nuts and bolts with you, buy any of our writing products, let us know, and we'll let you right into the special group. But
Yeah, life writing courses
lifewrite.com
at
is free, and
yeah.
we specialize in this, in how to be a creative artist, a successful creative artist with joy and passion and accountability, and a sense of responsibility to the world. Those younger women, what if your writing could save the lives of young women out there who are looking at the world and saying, I don't see anything for me. And that is the value of actually telling the truth in your work, of actually processing your pain and then creating fiction, where you get to talk about really serious things and then, but kind of playfully at times. Or, you use horror metaphors because you don't want to talk about the horrors of life directly. This is serious triviality, if you know what I mean. That collecting garbage is more important than writing, because if you stop collecting garbage for 6 weeks, that's a gestation period for rats, and the children will start dying. So writers who are committed to telling the truth and doing something useful for the community, they're doing the work. If you're trying to be the best you can do, you're doing the work. And if you're talking to that younger woman that you were, what did she need to hear? What did she need to hear? What would you go back and say to her? Write that letter tonight. Tonight, write a letter back to the girl that you were. Everything that you wish you could tell her.
Okay.
And then for the rest of your life, all you have to do is look at that document and you'll know what you're supposed to write.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You're welcome.
you. I really want to say thank you to both of you, because you really, I just got that energy now to write and then put it out there,
But do you
get it ready.
understand something,
Fantastic.
sweetheart? This is Writing is one of the three things in life that I love most. I love writing, I love martial arts, and I love my family. If it doesn't have to do with one of those three things, I don't do it. And talking to people like you
That looks dry as fuck.
who have the capacity to make change and help people, I want to help you. I want to help you because I cannot talk to young black women the way you can. I cannot save their lives the way you can. I can contribute other things. But what I needed as a young man was for another man to tell me, what do I do to be a man? And sometimes only someone of your demographic can provide enough similarity for you to say, well, okay, I'll take the risk. So I'm begging you, you have the skills to save lives as well as to entertain. And all you have to do is be who you were born to be. That's all you have to do, is every day remove one more obstruction to being who it is that you really are. You're already everything you need. You've done the work. It's just, why are you still pretending that you have to work more before you get started? What are you waiting for? If the leaders of the tribe do not take responsibility for being leaders, the tribe suffers. We cannot afford false uh, modesty. If you have the capacity to be a leader, we need you to stand up and say, follow me. I have been through the minefield. I can show you where you can place your feet safely. It's the only way we move forward. I'm kind of begging you, get
Oh
out
no,
there.
no, I thank you. I really do appreciate what
I know
both
you
of you
do.
said.
You take
Yeah.
care, and we'll
Yes.
see you next time.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
So, Tananarive, let's
Yes.
wrap things up.
We do need to wrap things up because it is about that time for you all to go out and make yourselves the hero or heroine in your own story.
The hero in the adventure of your lifetime.
Bye
Take
bye,
care. Okay, everybody unmute
everybody.
yourselves and
Come
say goodbye.
unmute. My applause is going to be super
Bye.
late.
Take
Bye,
care.
everyone.
Take
Bye,
care.
everybody.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Take care. No applause today except ours. Bye bye.